Okay, fifth graders, so for tonight's homework, we're deciding whether the median or the mean is the better score. Thinking of that poem might help you with this one. Hey diddle diddle, the median's the middle, so there's our middle. That's the one we need for the middle. Hey diddle diddle, the median's the middle. You add, then divide for the mean. The mode is the one that you see the most, and the range is the difference between. So we're going to add and divide for the mean. This one, we need the middle when they are in order. So here we go. Mrs. Holleran has her students collect their spelling test scores for 9 weeks. She asks students if they want her to record the median or the mean of their scores. For each set of scores below, what is the landmark that they should use? After finding the landmark for each student, circle the better score. So here's Elizer's scores. And we need to put them in order, or at least figure out which one is the middle when they're in order. Sorry about that little message there to my daughters. So I'm going to start with the smallest and the largest and see if I can come up with the middle. There's my smallest, there's my largest. I'm going to do it again. Smallest looks like 70, and my largest is 95. Next smallest, 70, and I think there was another 95. And then I do 90 and 80, so my median is 85. Now I need my mean. Get a calculator. If you don't have one, pause the video at the bottom and go get a calculator, because you're going to need one. Alright, I'll help you with some of these tonight, but I am not going to do all of this with you because I really want you to give it a good try yourself. Remember, with the mean, we need to consider the zero, so we don't want to forget that. You don't have to necessarily add it, but don't forget it when you're dividing. So I am going to add it. I know it won't help any, but I'm going to do 0 plus 70 plus 95 plus 85 plus 90 plus 70 plus 95 plus 100 plus 90, and I get a total of 695. I'm going to write it down even though I know it's not my final answer, because I need to do some dividing. 695, and I need to divide by however many numbers there are. Since there were so many numbers, I think it is valuable to redo this and just check to make sure I got them all. So 0 plus 70. Uh-oh, see, I made a mistake already. 0 plus 70 plus 95 plus 85 plus 90 plus 70 plus 95 plus 100 plus 80. And this time I got 685. I think I marked this as a 90 last time, and when I crossed it off I couldn't really tell anymore, but I'm quite sure that that was an 80. Let me double check. Yep, that was an 80. So this really should be 685. Good thing we checked, and we're going to divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers. So we'll keep that on there. Divided by 9. Watch this. I bet it's going to be a crazy number. When we get this, we're just going to round it to that whole number and say, okay, we'll drop the ones off, and we're just going to call it 76. So about 76. And we'll say about, because we want to be specific, because we know it's not exact. All right, so on deciding here, what would be the better score? The median at 85 or the mean at 76? Well, the median would be a better score, a higher score, so we'll circle that one. And I'll do number 2 with you. We're going to do the same thing, find out which one is in the middle when they are in order. I might underline them this time instead of cross them out so I don't have the same problem I had last time. My largest, my smallest, my next largest, my next smallest, uh-oh, I forgot one over here. My next largest, my next smallest, smallest largest. Looks like my median is 80. And then my mean, I need to add them all up and divide by number of numbers. 100 plus 80 plus another 80 and another 80, 95, 80, 95, 100, and another 80 equals 790. I'm going to write it down and then I'm going to check it again to make sure I get the right one. 100 plus 80 plus 80 plus another 80 plus 95 plus 80 plus 95 plus 100 plus 80. Did I get the same number? 790 2 times in a row, so it must be right. Now divide by the number of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Divided by 9. And let's see if we get a crazy number again. Divided by 9 equals, and we do. This time though, it's a 0.7, so that's going to round up. So we'll get 88. About 88. So on this one, would we be better off to record the mean, or the median, or the mean? And since the mean is higher, this one would be a better score. Okay, I'd like you, you're getting a crazy message again to my daughters. I'd like you to do Charlene's on your own, and Khalita's, I'm not sure, however you say that name, I'd like you to do that one on your own. But I'll do number 5 with you. It says, how can you decide which landmark to choose without finding the median or the mean? So in these cases, we actually looked it up and we decided, or we actually, figured it out. If we didn't try to figure it out, how could we decide whether it would be better to use the median or the mean? It has to do with some of those outliers, those ones that are so different. If you notice, all of these scores are pretty similar. They're all in the 80s, 90s, 100s. If you look at this one, there's one that's way out there. These are all 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s, but we've got a 0 that is way out there. So when you've got one of those way out there numbers, that's going to change things a little bit. So if the scores are close, if all the scores are close, are, should we say, about the same or close? Well, we'll use close. Are close to the same. There we go. If all the scores are close to the same, then we want the mean. If, like Elizer's up there, if one is really low or really high, then use the median. Okay, an outlier is a data point that is located far away from the rest of the data. What score is the outlier in the spelling test data? Well, we talked about Elizer already. Are there any others like that where there's something that's really low or really high? I don't think so. I think it's just that one right there. What score is the outlier? The 0. I know we'll just write his name. I think it's a he. Elizer's 0 is an outlier. All right, thanks for working with me today. Oops, I better move this up so you can see the bottom before we go on. All right, thanks for working with me today.